Like, you know, Andrew's an aspiring entrepreneur. You know, Fofita's got a great business as well with the fence and the deck thing. And I thought about it. There's a funny saying in the English language of the how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? And you know, a lot of people are throwing away their fences and their decks and everything else. And I just think there's a funny saying in there somewhere. I don't know how it would go, but there'd be a good one in there. So, you know, David with his whiteboard and his growth hacking business as well. Our businesses can grow so quickly nowadays when we're analyzing. How much wood would you chuck or something like that? I don't know how that saying would go. We'd have to think about it, but it'd make for a funny headline for people that are throwing out their decks and their rotten decks and their rotten fences and all that kind of stuff. And so I think good conversations in the future, it would be just to talk about studying data. And maybe that sounds boring. Woodpecker, yep, we got to put the woodpecker there. Studying data may seem boring, and Google Analytics. Hey Rick, what's going on? We got a bunch of people from the area in Minnesota and stuff on here right now. Yeah, so I'm over in the Uptown area. Yeah, we're talking about data-driven, Rick, if you're just joining now. And there's a Mind Valley video I watched yesterday, and it just dawned on me that we have what's called like a lot of data points nowadays. So like you can, like for example, just on SEO, and that's like one really small part of marketing. Yeah, I did. Yep, I got the special over there. And it was pretty good. There wasn't very many people over there when I was over there. So I'm just showing the kind of the Calhoun area right now. And so like on data, I mean, just to give you an idea on data, and I got a guy over in Pakistan, and he's I'm getting a good deal on it, but he's going to be working on over 1,600 keywords, long tail keywords. And he's trying to get me ranking. He's working on backlinks. There's a lot to know about backlinks. There's a lot to know about getting rankings in the search engines. There's a lot to know about what's the easiest way to get the ranking with the least amount of money and effort and backlinks. What's the right way to throttle it without getting delisted or in trouble with Google? And how do you if you can get 50 or 100 hits a day from that effort, doing it right for minimum dollar. Yep, absolutely. And here's what's cool about it too, and I've always felt this way, David, is like you're gonna invest some money with this person overseas who can just do all this technology work. And I studied the growth hacking, and what one of the phrases was, and I forget who said it in one of the articles, but it's the technology centric versus people centric. There's so much work being done on the technical end nowadays that does all the heavy lifting, that there's such an alignment by the time you start working with the people. And that's where the growth is happening. I did some posts today. So here's what I did. Here's another thing I'd recommend for anybody here with businesses. And I know Rick is into a lot of the automation like I am. I just set up a Facebook page. I put all the keywords in the Facebook page: growth hacking, 10x, 80/20, compound, and compounding, and then exponential. I put them all in there, so then they show up in the Facebook search engine when people search. And then what I do is I go to facebook.com/Twitter. I connect that to Twitter. Okay, so then when I post to my Facebook page, I put in all my hashtags with my video or with my blog post. So my Facebook is connected to Twitter. So when that posts on Facebook, it ends up posting also all of the hashtags on Twitter with the video and or blog if I put that in instead. And then guess what happens? All these hashtags are on Twitter. Well, I can tell you right now that growth hacking hashtag is like magic. I mean, that thing, like literally within less than 30 seconds or a minute, your Twitter will light up and you will get a bunch of people following you. Get a bunch of people following you. You will get on a bunch of growth hacking lists, and you will start getting a lot of people on Twitter following you. So I do think you have to put a link though directly to the Facebook page if you want to actually get people on the Facebook page. I have to play around with that growth hacking Facebook page a little bit because it was starting to cost like $2 for a like on the Facebook page, which is just way too much money. I was doing it at 21 cents on the Law of Attraction marketing page that I had. I'll give you another secret tip. Split test everything, Facebook marketing, everything. Real quick tip here. I did a thing, come down to the studio this week and let's do some screen recording this shit for these folks. Exactly. I mean, I could go on and on about all this stuff because I just never really thought, you know, David, how sometimes we get so far into this technology stuff, we learn this stuff so much that we kind of take for granted like what we know that other people don't know. And that's where that happens with a lot of my technology friends is we take for granted what we know. So like, for an example, I did a Facebook thing. I didn't even go past step one. I did the Law of Attraction page, and I just said, you know what, give me like Law of Attraction, The Secret Book, The Secret Movie, Abraham Hicks, and let me advertise on my Facebook page. It has 7,000 plus likes on it. And I'm advertising on there, and I'm like, okay, well, you know, as it went longer and longer over a day or two, hashtags work magic on Instagram. Yep, totally agree. Instagram hashtags work good. Twitter works good. I think Instagram's good as an interface to post it to Twitter and Facebook and Tumblr. So the thing is I did this advertising with all these different interests on there of the Secret Book and movie and Law of Attraction people and Abraham Hicks people and all that. And then what I did was I said, okay, well, just give me everyone English speaking that's in the UK and in the United States. And after a couple days, I think, and David, we should talk more about this, but I think Facebook should have a lot more. I mean, they have data on 1.5 billion people. They should have all their artificial intelligence there is to figure out how to get us clicks for 1 cent or likes for 1 cent. You know, they should know exactly. They have 1.5 million people's data. They should know exactly who's going to click. So I'm going to probably wrap this up because my screen just went dark because the battery went low or whatever. But yeah, just to give you guys an idea too, I just got off the text with somebody and we combined collectively hit over, it's going to reset in a couple days, but we've collectively gone over 40 gigs of data so far this month, which is crazy. I was close to 20 or 30 myself, so the second month in a row. So my screen's black, so I can't really see it anymore. But yeah, to wrap it up, I basically so I can't see you guys' comments anymore, by the way. And to wrap it up, basically what ended up happening was I was advertising the English-speaking United States, United Kingdom, and that whole mix of everything. And it ended up getting down to 21 cents a like. And what I did was I did another split test where I took out United Kingdom, and the cost was actually 3 times higher, which meant that most of my cheap likes were coming from the United Kingdom. So that's just a split test where arguably the United Kingdom was 4 times cheaper, 400% cheaper than the United States. That's one variable. That does not even count anything else, from buyer behavior to cities to, I mean, there's unlimited variables. So you just keep tweaking all the variables. So, and that's not even including headlines and, you know, the page and the images you use. I mean, the images alone can make a difference of 300 to 500%. You just keep swapping out images. So, guys, I'll do another one here in just a bit. My screen is black, so I can't see what I'm doing here. Okay? So, see you guys in a bit.